Hi everybody, as most of you may already know, I shoot with the Fuji X system and I absolutely love it. I started with the X-T1 and now I'm using the X-T2s. However, there has been one major feature that I've missed since switching over from Nikon a couple of years ago. That feature is the ability to shoot off-camera flash outdoors with high-speed sync. I was a pretty big strobist fan back in the day and I shot a lot of outdoor portrait and fashion style images using Nikon speedlights. Initially using their own optical system for off-camera flash, which does rely on line of sight and therefore has issues due to distance, obstruction from modifiers and environmental structures, as well as inconsistencies from bright lighting conditions. So eventually I moved on to using radio triggers and receivers from Pocket Wizard and eventually Fuji X, which proved far more reliable. Fuji have taken their sweet time coming out with a solution of their own, and now they have, kind of, in the form of the EFX 500 speedlight, which does have HSS and wireless capabilities. However, Fuji have made the terrible decision to implement an optical wireless control system instead of a radio solution. This is a major backward step in technology as far as I'm concerned. Now I must admit I haven't even laid hands on one to test one out, but the high retail price compared to better spec offerings from the likes of Godox and Nissan, plus the fact that you need two EFX 500 speedlights to be able to perform off-camera flash, one as a commander unit and one as a remote flash, there really is no incentive for me to purchase Fuji's first serious flash gun. Luckily for us Fuji shooters, there are now some other alternatives, and in this video I'm going to be testing out two of them. Now that Godox have released a Fuji version of their X1 radio trigger, in this first section I'm going to test out the Godox AD200, and in part 2 I'll be testing out the Elinchrom ELB400 using the Cactus V6 II transceivers to control the high-speed sync. I really like the look of the AD200 as a portable off-camera solution. It's quite small, not a lot bigger than a standard speedlight, but it's much more powerful, putting out 200 watt seconds, which is basically equivalent to 3 speedlights. I also like the idea of the switchable heads, the standard Fresnel speedlight style head and the bare bulb head, which makes a lot of sense for using it with softboxes, as it bounces a light around inside more before it leaves the front of the softbox, which essentially makes it a bigger light source and therefore softer. The lithium-ion battery is also a great feature, which is common in most of the Godox range, and it has a built-in 2.4 GHz wireless system, so all you need is the X1 trigger on the hot shoe of the camera and away you go. Today I'll be using the AD200 with the 48cm umbrella style gridded softbox, which can also fit on the AD360. There are other options available for using the AD200 with bigger softboxes and other accessories via adapters for either Elinchrom or Bowen's S-Type. So today I thought I would start out doing a few portrait test shots in the studio using the AD200 with the 48cm softbox, and I've also got a Godox TT600 manual speedlight, which I'll use as a hair light just to give some separation from the background. Then we'll move outside and test out the high-speed sync capabilities in a variety of different lighting conditions, trying to achieve some shallow depth of field portraits with my favourite lens, which is the Fuji 56mm 1.2. Alright, let's head down to the studio and we'll start doing some test shots.